Let's go. Ada Indo cuy. Finally gue bisa live lagi. Main kosong nih. So yeah, we're gonna see what will happen. Ada Indo cuy soalnya T1 kan ada sekuret ya, abangnya si Forsaken. That's why I called it ada Indo cuy. Masih nunggu. Tadi udah 1-0 tim Liquid, gue nggak nonton sih. Gue baru bisa buat live nih. Game 1 sih gue nggak nonton. Hey, yuk.
And we are back. It's time for map number 2 here in our first series of the day in Group B. Fancy United falling to the wayside. 13-5 in our first map of Lotus. Team Liquid.
Gue bingung sih kenapa mereka dapat slot.
Unfortunately for Fancy,
mungkin karena Indo banyak recok kayaknya. Enggak bercanda.
Yeah, it looked really strong
Tapi
for
yang
Team
pasti
Liquid.
di sini ada
Maybe in some ways as expected, but you know there were a lot of really good things to hang your hat on there.
Fancy,
but even still,
a full sense,
we had
and
an
our
opportunity to walk
lovely
through the player room real quick, and Emil was still pretty on them. He wanted to see a little bit cleaner things out of them. So
our
certainly
lovely team.
Liquid,
That's nuts.
as perfect as they'd like to be. Of course, I get it. It's early though.
Yes, I
so
can.
still a lot of really encouraging signs
Yes,
for Liquid, and it, you know, it's more than just
Yes,
you know,
I can.
Nats or something like that they're used to. I mean,
Yes, I
Keiko,
can.
Enzo, Mystic coming in here as this 3-man, still looking like they've, you know, still got what they had with Apex. No problem here on Team Liquid as well.
Yeah, none whatsoever. I mean, everybody taking part, everybody having their moment in the spotlight there from Team Liquid. Some solid plays from Yappy as well there on the breach. And Nats with the Killjoy, just doing Nats things. But now we get ready to move into Split. The map picked for the side of Fancy United to see whether or not they're going to be able to rally back, give us a stronger performance, if not a map victory. Try to extend this all the way towards Ascent, which would be our decider map here in this best of 3 series. But as you can see, Nats, known the whole world over, he was one of the players that very much shattered the hopes and dreams of the Korean fans years ago when his Viper plays on Bind absolutely beat the ever-loving hell out of the likes of Vision Strikers. And, you know,
I remember that now.
He picked up some fans during that time, and as you can see, they are out here in droves to show their support.
No doubt. You know, one of the fans wants to see Nats and Radiant, and, you know, I would too. That's here in Korea, it would be fun to see him play on the server, watch him go up against the best that we have to offer in our region, which, you know, they're pretty good, but he's, you know, like we've said, he's on another level sometimes, so.
I don't know how deep the ties actually go, but you would also suspect that Team Liquid just overall as an organization would have some decent ties to Korea, just given the history between them and the likes of StarCraft.
Sure.
One of the organizations that has just kind of supported that game for the longest time, and its affinity in South Korea, the birthplace of esports, back with the old Brood War tournament. So maybe there's some legacy fans kind of tied over even just from that connection. Either way, hard to say, but the fans are definitely being rewarded right now, showing up into the audience. But we will get into the agent selection here for Split and see what we've got. So it's actually going to be a Sky Sage composition for the side of Team Liquid, and we get Nats on that aforementioned Viper once more.
Oh, really interesting. I mean, the Viper, very exciting to see for Nats. I was curious if maybe he might try the Cypher, but since you've got the Sage in there, definitely with the double layer of controllers as well. Going to make it even more challenging for Fancy in the information gathering department, it feels like.
Very much so. Well, Do or die time here for Fancy United. Need to win on this map to extend the series. Otherwise, they may just find themselves in the lower bracket. Let's see if they can get it done.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, dog.
Suka again. Rough start on the Cypher in terms of overall score impact and frankly map impact as well. A little bit lacking at times. Let's see if he can maybe pick it up here on split. See if this is a bit more comfortable for Fancy United. Lotus certainly felt a bit off kilter for them. Gun situation, it is going to be so far just one ghost. Or yes, I can. Otherwise, a heavy investment into the armor and the utility.
Kawa just having to stick to the classic.
Hi, bang. Yo, hi, dude.
Yeah, let's see if he can have a little more impact with the breach util. This go around.
Get the catch onto him. He's going to take a couple shots and he will be able to back away. Gets the tag there on Kawa and yes, I can.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird.
A bit of that. Vera to go for the entry, goes going forward. Aftershock to try to clear the way. Some spam from Enzo.
It's kind of weird.
Classic not going to be finding too many connections though. As counter spam will go back towards him. Plan's going to be coming through. Relatively clean entry so far here from Fancy. The rotation still going to be coming through. You can see Suka, a very deep lurk, still out in mid. We have so many players from Team Liquid, yeah, poking their heads out, trying to go on the hunt and spot him. Seems like Nats is going to be.
There you go. Hey, shh, by Sekai.
Again, good reads here from Team Liquid.
Indo selera aku banget,
it's a falling zone. A little bit of a better start. Looks like Ken's going to be keeping forward. Gets the swing out, looking for one. He's wary about this push out here from him, and will find Enzo. The force spy is doing wonders for Fancy. That's now spotted. Know exactly where he's at. He's in a 1v3. Spike's still not planted, but they have time to play with. You're now going to be going for it.
Spike planted.
Push up, spam continuing, and yes, I can. Will be able to shut it down. 3 members left standing. Upgrades over to the Bulldogs. Fancy United, what a way to turn this around. Now tied up 1-1.
That's huge. Really catching him just enough off guard. A good flash to set up Fisio there. And then yes, I can. With this tricky positioning underneath, hits the headshot on the way down onto Enzo. That's the yes, I can we've been looking for here. 3 kills. Great stuff to start this. Catching Team Liquid. Just with the guard down enough. They're able to get through. But again, I was going to say it was good, good reads early from Team Liquid. That's just sometimes the force buy catches you. You're just not quite ready to respond in time. Now, Team Liquid going to be pressuring for this orb. Going to use the hawk to check. No confirm on Isuka. He's got the camera to watch.
Cage triggered. Flash is still in on the camera, so didn't miss.
Oh my days! Oh my days! What is this?
But they're not hearing anything else. No attempt at retaliation. It seems like Liquid very quickly sussing out that he was playing alone. Can get the kill, and now Yappy finds the headshot. No. Things are starting to spiral here for Fancy. Kawa will be able to drag it back a bit. It's a headshot. Paranoia flying through. Yes, again has to pull back away, but Vera finds Enzo up on top of the rafters. Swing forward. Mystic rushing up with that frenzy, finds one. Vera, reply, takes him down before he can recover the weapon. Paint shell's going to be sent in. Damage going to be found. Kawa in a bit of a rough spot. Stays tucked and actually know the nade. It ends up missing as Vera will get himself a 4K. Cleaning up the round and saving Fancy.
Easy, I have to say that.
This is a really effective round for Team Liquid. Yes, they don't win it. Yes, they, for the first time, give up 2 rounds in a row to Fancy United. But they do a ton of damage, right? They find value out of the Sheriff, the Marshal, and a Frenzy. The one and done position for Mystic, he got what he needed. Vera has a nice finish and some energy in the comms there for Fancy United. You'd love to just push Liquid here. Make this a really competitive map. Who knows? Even get the win. I'm telling you, these guys certainly can do it. But it is no easy task. Liquid looks very dialed in. Let's see if this was enough of a curveball to maybe affect Liquid's mental.
Right there.
Kind of doubt it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
The fight at the ready. He actually might have sent it out.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have it anymore in the inventory. So he's kind of whipping that one, so now going to be gone.
Had to, I think, use it just in case Vera last pack's in there in front of him off the back of that fault line. So
for it. Missing again, going for the spam, and this time is going to be rewarded with a kill. Vizio taken down, and that is a high-value target to be found. Meantime, Enzo also getting Vera dead there in the garage. Super swinging out will be good for one, but Keiko quick on the reply. Trades it back. Gives Team Liquid a 4-2 advantage.
And again, Team Liquid is reading Suka's movements and position so incredibly well. They've caught him every round, basically.
Kind of been doing the same thing every round.
Like, kind of, yeah. Other than the sewers on round one, that was the only one that was different. But you're absolutely right, it's kind of very similar stuff. Yeah, his utility's been a little bit placed differently, but, you know, again, Team Liquid able to read the timings a little bit better now.
See them making the call to just stay put, try to save, kill anybody that you can find.
Yep.
So I know that the bank is still very weak here for the side of Team Liquid, so any additional value found would have been nice, but as the clock will tick away, Liquid also acknowledging how much cash they don't have. They will just go ahead and sit back. So 2-2, Team Liquid. Nice spam coming out there from Enzo as well as Mystic. Basically just wins them the round.
There is some chance
with yes, I can getting cut off from the spike. Can't do anything tricky with his ult there, so he's kind of just left to sit down and hope somebody walks into his crosshairs. Team Liquid too savvy for that, so bouncing right back is Team Liquid after the force buy loss into the follow-up. Both Omens sitting on their ults. 2 away for Yampi on the Seekers. I think just 1 away here for Vera. Yeah, on his showstopper. So let's see if they're going to make a play for this.
4-man push out of mid.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Toxin screen down.
Quite aggro here. Bite down into the cyber cage. Push their way up here into heaven. All can come through it. Nats needs some reinforcements here. The fight going to be sent down in towards Vent as well. As Nats is going to get cut off. Poison Orb sent his way. Trying to make sure that no one can come pushing up into heaven, at least quite yet. Meanwhile, Fishio watching, but he rotates off the vent. Smoke dissipates.
He's making noise.
Poison's off.
He's making a hell of a lot of it. Way back over here towards ramp, has some covering fire from Yes I Can. Mystic in the meantime. Ready to go, holding on to that paranoia. Hasn't said it quite yet. There's the ping. Keiko trying to pull it out. Vizio ready to strike. Kill. Nats with the shorty in hand. Finds Vera pushing up into the smoke. Yampi does very much the same. They find 2 kills apiece. And advantage once again going to be in their hands. Yes I Can going to be blinded out. And that paranoia and Kawa left on his lonesome backside gets taken down. Now it's a double approach here from heaven to try to stop this defuse from coming through, but it's already rolling. They're just sticking to this one. Yes, I can. Needs to swing in, but he doesn't get the right target. So very low, Nats at 5 HP, but he will survive the round and Liquid will regain the lead.
I want to give Fancy some credit in this round because I saw some really good things here in terms of their utility coordination. The way that Fizio uses the toxic screen to keep the Trailblazer from not only identifying his position, but also the position of Suka's camera, allows them to get that spot onto Keiko and get that kill. And so the initial setup there, the read on how the retake was going to start, pretty good here for Fancy United, but the coordination, the way that Team Liquid plays for the trades and plays, you know, a little bit tighter with their formations helps give them a big-time win. And frankly, their gunplay is just a little bit better right now. So those kind of things are giving Team Liquid the advantage. But I saw something really good from Vance.
They fault line back sight. Mystic shifts over towards Ali. Paranoia goes out. He's going to TP in, managing to get right in behind him, and he strikes, and no one is there to try to cover. Turns from the flash, push up. Getting ready to come through the smoke. The spam from Nats finds one. Now it's going to be a TP in the backside from Yes I Can. Gets himself up on the box. Nats aware of it though. Gets rid of him. They spot Kawa right before the smoke blooms. They strike him down. The spike stranded right here inside of Garage. With 4 stacked up here. It looks like they want to try to challenge for this one. Can he get the 1-for-1?
Time they try to throw something a little bit different, it's something a little bit new. There's an even better response from Liquid.
Okay, should have spotted it. Nats, but knows that rocket is not going to be a reliable lineup, so we'll send it over towards heaven.
Poison's off.
Nats will go ahead and just watch it glide past.
Welcome to my world.
Poison damage pit now going to be invested here on the ramp from Fizio wants to make this side of the map completely unassailable. Of course, Team Liquid try to approach, potentially from heaven, if not screen. Keiko spamming through, trying to find this Viper. They take him so low, 5 HP remaining on him. Keiko gonna be struck down, yes I can, finding the kill. Spam continues, Physio gets Nat, Enzo dead. Mystic with the classic drawn out, will be able to find one, but Physio still stands tall. Now it's all on to Yampi. Finds one, tries to get the third, he does, but Physio narrowly gets the elimination. Stays alive with 5 health. And Fancy will win the round, but my goodness, what a nail biter.
That was so close to not working. If Physio gets taken down early with that pit, this round is completely different. But it is a good read from Fancy United, expecting these quick rotations, these fast lurks from Team Liquid, and the Viper's pit is perfectly placed to counter that. So the read there is good. Yampi still almost takes things into his own hands. Unbelievable stuff, and 5 HP there. Barely, but oh, they're reading Mystic's push out this time. Ready with the snake bite before the poison cloud.
Took a bit of damage there, but not too bad. Not enough for Enzo to want to commit the heal. We'll be saving that for now.
How dare he? He's a sage.
Oh, no, he's used it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'd better.
At this point, use it early, slow down the pace of the game, and then hope that you can get another one online. Exactly. Also 2 away from having that res. Okay, Suka trying to lurk forward. Keiko does get the kill, but in the meantime, B-site is being taken. Enzo taken out.
Mystic
swings his way forward. He gets himself into garage, finds 1, finds 2, gets himself a 3rd. Fancy United don't know what just hit him. Mystic, his relocations continue to just be absolutely on point.
The man's an after image. You just never know where he's at.
On for another 4K. Looks like he's considering challenging for it. Has the paranoia. Sends it wide though. Barrett gets the headshot. In with a pinch. Spots Nats. But he doesn't know
30 seconds left.
He's still got the boom bot and the paint shells. If he can identify this position, he should be.
Oh my God!
Through,
but he gets the full flash. Back around, and Barra brings it back from the brink of 4K clutch to tie it up again.
Oh my days, bro.
Okay, that round was nuts.
Oh my
That's one of my favorite rounds we've had here so far today. Unbelievable stuff from Mystic, first of all. Again, this guy
the fuck is that shit,
just teleporting all over the map, it feels like, but he's using the utility of Fancy United against them so well. He's sneaking right behind him, but he hits the first one right as the flash is landing.
Bro.
He just kind of pre-fires it, just finds a good timing, and then is able to sidestep the push out from the Omni just enough to buy himself that extra time to regroup, reset, get that final kill.
God.
Well, we will get our first timeout of this matchup here as Team Liquid.
Bro, look at their face, bro. They can't believe that shit.
Yeah, this is
they can't
starting
believe
to get away from them a little bit.
That shit happened to them.
Had the run back, that 4-2 score line, giving up 2 in a row to Fancy. Yet again, not good enough here, it would seem. So, wants to pump the brakes, get them refocused, really identify what Fancy's doing to scramble up the team.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, in that round, you give Vera just enough opportunity with the 1v1s that he's clean enough to get it. And I think you're maybe a little bit overconfident there as Liquid in that round.
Yeah,
offering those slim opportunities, but just enough. And he's good enough that he's able to connect with those shots and completely change the dynamic of this map here. It looked like maybe Team Liquid was going to start to go on a roll. The money was starting to get really dangerous for Fancy United, but because of that, they're able to keep themselves in it, get another buy. Mostly half armors, but still, that's fine.
This is going to be a rush onto A.
Well,
at least a slow creep up, but it's a full 5 stack here.
Keiko's got his ult though, man. This is scary.
Okay, that dog just saw multiple players. Showstopper going to be sent out.
Yeah.
Just holding things down and Rams Keiko guardian in hand. He'll be able to get a 3rd kill. Now Spike trended on top of the stage slow. It seems like the timeout, it worked.
It did. And I think that the call here was to just react to the initial pressure a little bit faster from Fancy. Fancy really wasn't pushing and pulling the map. They weren't doing anything super tricky. Just crunch them on contact, use that ult, use that superior firepower with the cross angles as well. And they nailed it. That's all there is to it. Team Liquid, beautifully thought out.
Well, now we have 50 seconds until the
We
round
do.
ends. Yes, I can. Just going to be tucked back over towards that attacker spawn. Wants to hide. You want to know a fun fact? Sure.
What?
Coach Emil has played on this stage before.
Yeah, I know.
All the way back. For those who don't know, he used to be an Overwatch pro player.
Yeah.
Playing in the Contenders Gauntlet back in 2019 on this very stage. So I'll have to ask him how it feels to be back here once
He
again.
tweeted about it. That's the only reason I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he
Yeah.
tweeted about it.
Otherwise, I would have had no idea.
But super neat to see. Again, you know, so many players,
Ultimate is ready.
some that we'll be seeing later on as well,
Yep.
starting their careers here. The likes of Saya, Play, Carpe, whatnot.
10 seconds left.
A lot of players have passed through these halls.
Legendary venue.
Legendary.
Legendary venue.
That tournament didn't go that well for Emil, so hopefully this one is a bit better because I think they finished in 7th, 8th.
I feel like a lot of foreigners have had a tough time in this venue. Let's just be honest. I'll say it that
There's
way.
been a couple teams that have made it work.
Up until Valorant. Valorant's been a different story.
Hey, whoa, Apex Season 1, that was Envy.
That's true.
Envy were our champions. Anyway, we'll get ready and refocus going into round 10, and is Liquid able to just bleed out the timer off the back of that timeout. So, looking wonders for them, shutting down that full 5-man push. Big shots coming out of Yampi.
Yep. And again, it's the timing on the crunch, the instant reaction from Team Liquid. Now again, he's going to put a little bit of extra pressure here with Mystic. Keiko there to back him up, to buy him that space. So they're using Keiko here to make them think that only Mystic was there, because Mystic's been doing this spam stuff by himself. So now they're allowed to sneak Mystic up with the safety of Keiko, potentially, and now Mystic holds a much tighter, closer angle than maybe Fancy's expecting out of B main. Otherwise, it is a shift over towards mid here for Fancy. So Fancy now starting to take their time, kind of reconsider, just doing a little bit of checking to make sure that they don't get caught like they did in that previous round. So it's a good change of ideas from Fancy United.
Sepi banget. Sepi banget, bro.
By descent. It's actually going to be the paranoia faded out here of Mystic over on that B site. Everybody else getting ready to advance forward. 3 members push up the ramp, getting their way over towards Heaven. The rotation now coming through from Team Liquid. Enzo with the last one joining in. Pain Shell's going to be sent down. That's going to force back Keiko for the moment.
Same
Flash
tactic.
back forward. Vera looking to take some space. Flash is connecting. The full flash onto him as he comes into the corner. But now it's going to expire, but Nat still managing to find 2. I want to see that transfer. By the way, he will fall. Kawa getting the pick up there, but quick on the reply. Takes him down, and suddenly it's only Fissio left. Lurking around in mid to try and see if he can get anything done.
Vera, dia
tough. No doubt about it for Fissio. Find some value with this Bulldog. He's kind of, he snuck around their backside.
Just around the box and can't steady the aim. Keiko a little bit faster with it. 6 and 4. Team Liquid back on the horse.
I think Kawa might have team flash Vera there.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I was going to say transfer. I didn't realize Yesaken was just jumping above Vera.
Yeah, because Yampi didn't get a assist on that kill, so I saw the breach flash out of the corner of my eye. That's right. Ham it up, Emil.
We stand a happy Emil.
Yes, I prefer Happy Emil.
All right, well.
Ya lawan lu
Molly
masih
just joined
Vietnam,
in here,
bro.
still flying
Bumi
down.
sport guys, sering nge-like
800 credits
mereka.
remaining, has that sheriff in hand. Showstopper now going to be coming through, but Keiko just finding the kill. Nat full flash, but he drops down, swings. They were vulnerable, but he couldn't quite line it up. Suka gets the kill, gets the gun. Now they're the only ones remaining. They still commit the Nero theft into the round. Dog goes forward, gets the stun, the swing in, the kill found. They spot Kawa, and Keiko stays still and lets him walk right into the crosshair. Liquid with another quick cleanup. And now potentially getting themselves an 8-4 half.
I mean, it's just easy for Team Liquid to read in some of these rounds. The sprays are right on the timing that Fancy United is moving. I mean, as soon as the ults are popped here, like, it's Liquid getting ahead of them. They get ahead of the showstopper. Nats puts himself in that corner. He's able to take Vera down. The neural, what's that?
There's Yampi barking.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before he came off the chain. Oh, that's good though.
Okay, the entry from Vera, catching Enzo before the stun can expire. Does take him down. Paint Shells over towards Alley. The swing in, runs out of bullets. Tries to draw out, but it's actually Yes I Can backing him up. Comes up with the kills. Keeps Vera alive, down to 8 HP. Suddenly, Yampy and Keiko, the last ones alive. Fancy, very much hungry for the 7-5 scoreline.
Planted.
Well, if you just keep
kalah,
king
bingung
at
sih.
him enough, if you get the utility off the rip, open things up for yourselves. Eventually, it does work.
Shells can kill.
I know.
Keiko, or Vera rather.
Last player
Not going to be able to get away from it, but it's only going to be that 1-for-1, and Yampy spotted exiting out of alley. So a thrifty to close out the half. Fancy United giving themselves an opportunity, 7-5. Not bad at all as they get ready to go on the defense.
Yeah. I mean, again, you catch
Udah
Enzo
kalah gara gue
off the
nonton
rip
Iwan
there.
cepetan, ini gue jam 6 harus
Things
pergi.
just immediately fall apart off the back of this great fault line. Good last pack.
Yeah, and
Yes,
they saw,
Oh,
they
so
saw
good.
Mystic as well, so kind of sussed out that he was still going to be somewhere on the site rather than back into the alley. So able to help get the kill with Yes I Can joining in the fight.
Yep, good communication, good coordination. That time from Fan. I mean, honestly, a 7-5 half. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. You'll take those for sure. So definitely a few of those rounds, it looked like they got read pretty hard, but a few of them, they're able to punch right back. Do some, a few mistakes here and there with some of their utility, but that round was different. Fault line right on point. That time Kawa, again, the coach stepping in today. Yeah, it's been a little rough for him for sure, but that time, thumbs up.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Thrifty of all ways. They get that last one there. It's knocking Liquid down about half a peg, we should say. But it'll all come down to this pistol. We'll see how things work out for the side of Fancy now moving over onto that defending side. If they can get that going, keep the ball rolling. Maybe, just maybe, they could actually extend this all the way to 3.
Pemain Fnatic zaman dulu ya sih? Lupa gue.
This map looks better. No doubt about it.
Significantly.
Say what?
Aduh, kan bawa nama Apak nih, lu udah dikasih Vietnam qualified gitu.
Really good and really encouraging.
Masa
Yes,
nggak
I can now.
perform ya sih
Starting to
guys?
step up, starting to be that guy we saw at Ascension and Kilios that had those tremendous performances. And Vera's had some great moments, of course. The clutch, 4K, absolutely disgusting. Fisio still playing well. Suka still struggling on that Cypher. See again if he can, maybe on this defender side, find a little bit more value. The camera is going to be watching B main. This 5-stack from Team Liquid, looking to cut off Heaven, I believe, with this Poison Cloud.
It's the one trap wire set up in mid.
Aduh.
So I'm going to be going forward. Camera still set up. Cage not really dissuading Liquid at all. They're just plus 44.
Oh, he reads
spamming. Yep, gets the read there on a Mystic. Takes him down. Once swing back out here, it would seem. Frenzy in range. Vera able to find Enzo. Suka now joining the fight. Gets a headshot 1-to-1. Continues to push forward, but Nats will shut him down. They know exactly where the 2 remaining players are.
Ih, ngeri banget cara mainnya.
They want to try to surround him, but Blast Pack not available. Can't get over that
dari
wall, but
4-2
will be
lah,
expiring
jadi
somewhat soon. Keiko swapping over the Ghost Mines. 1, and Nats will get himself a 3rd. 4 HP, no problem. Will die to Keiko's nade. But Liquid, they will take all 4 pistol rounds so far.
Yeah. It looked so good here. Or Fancy.
Oh, he saw his legs.
I saw his feet. Okay. I thought he might have just got a read on the TPs into the smokes. But still, a better round here for Zuka, something we wanted to see. Just, what are you going to do? Nats and Keiko.
I heard him at the end going, oh, my nade! Sorry.
You've never done that.
Definitely not. I've never done it accidentally.
Oh, is that true?
Mystic pushed forward, ready for this aggression. What a read coming out here from Team Liquid. They know that this rush is going to come through. Fisio, however, still good for 1. But can they get themselves the gun? Because, hey, surprise, Keiko, he's up in the vents, but he's also taking quite a bit of damage. Has to drop back away. But Spike now going to be planted, and Mystic continues to go on a lurk.
On your Sage is
holding
dead.
back in sewers.
Sage is dead, can't get hit. Oh, well, you've got the Yampi.
Yeah, you've got Yampi, don't worry.
That's right, you've got a Sky. The double heals.
Now Nats is watching, waiting for the drop. Here's it. Kawa pushing forward. Gets a couple shots in. It's a whiffy here. The bite will slow him down, dissuade him. Paint shells as well. Everything just being dumped in. They push him right back over towards Mystic to go ahead and clean up the kill. Team Liquid this time not going to be dropping the anti-eco, just dropping 2 players.
Yeah, and you can see the awareness and the reactions of Team Liquid is so good. For Mystic to come through mid, they understand that it's going to be another mid push out from Fancy seems to be Fancy's response. Lose pistol, okay, push mid. After pistol lose if you don't force buy. So this time around, so well coordinated there. Stacking that utility there to buy time for Mystic to force Kawa out into the open. He has no choice but to back up. Like, so much easier for their players, and that's so important. Physio to play just a bit ahead. Snake bite to buy a little bit of space, potentially see if anybody's going to push, but Team Liquid is going to be very slow, very wary. Some kind of push out, some kind of aggressive play. Now you're lining up. Flash around the corner, actually just barely catches. Physio just backs right up, so.
Waiting for that wall to drop. Mike now going to be forced out here. Physio out of utility. Dumping everything. Just have quick reply rotations here from his teammates, but Mystic able to find the elimination here on the site. Kawa up on top. Needs to fight each player one at a time, trying to get the isolation.
Trying to get it.
This time cannot live up to the name. Liquid shut it down and convert that third round into yet another win. Now 10-5.
Yeah, I mean every pistol, 2 bonuses going the way of Team Liquid. I mean, I feel bad for Fancy in this round because they read this pretty well. I think they responded pretty nicely to the situation as best as they could. You know, Liquid does take advantage of, like you mentioned, the toxic screen timing. You know, but Physio backs up right away, puts himself at kind of a funky angle. It's just better shooting because he gets game punched right away. And here he's trying to slow down this aggression. Gonna hop right over it as Keiko. Gonna see if he can get the spam to go, but this time around, Fancy able to dodge it, but they're on a weak buy, so this is gonna be tricky.
Bot send flash out. No one on the corner. Yappy in the meantime does get Physio. Breaking open that site, and the nade catches Kawa. The push-up, Keiko gets himself a second. Tries to blast back into the corner, but is out into the open. So yes, I can with that Guardian. The one rifle they had in the round does get put to use, at least for a singular kill. But now Suka going to be caught as Mystic is showing that Nats is the only one that can lurk on this team anymore.
Yeah, not only that, he hit a beautiful paranoia from Sewers as well. That set Keiko up beautifully, allowed him to get the first kill with the paint shells, the follow-up with the rifle. Just really nice stuff here. The opener for Yampy catches Physio trying to scooch into the corner. Not going to do so. And then again, getting set up beautifully. Mystic reading these late lurks, late rotations. And Suka is not able to find a lot of value. And, yes.
Oh, we had a really quick one yesterday. Let's hope that it's going to be the case here, but looks like we do have a tech pause. So something going on here in the Fancy United camp, it would seem.
The EMEA Classic.
Given the hands reaching for the headset, I'm wondering if it's just something to do with the comm. So we'll find out. If you get any information, we'll push it your way, but hopefully we'll get through this one pretty quickly and get right back into the action here. But so far, you know, we were feeling hopeful given that 7-5 score line. The shift over onto the defending side for Fancy United, even though it's not the split of hold, it still feels like, you know, somewhat defenders favored.
Sure.
But Liquid have just been completely unassailing so far on this attack, 4 rounds consecutively. Just breaking this map wide open.
Yeah, and it's the coordination, it's like the reactions to things, it's, you know, like Mystic in particular, making sure that there's no room for any like extra space or any flanks or anything like that is huge. It's the way that they combo their utility, all these things that are just slightly better. And again, we've seen good things from Fancy in some rounds where they've had some great moments with their utility of their own, some good shooting, but clearly pound for pound, Team Liquid very much on top.
Okay, well, it looks like tech issue resolved, but we do have Fancy United calling their first time out of the event thus far. So, as stated, Kawa, he's already on stage. Just gonna chill, be able to tap.
Maybe that's the tech timeout. Where's my pause button?
How do I pause this?
How do I do this?
But knows that this is the time to try and turn things around, where you have to dig the deepest that you possibly can. Because, I mean, from here, you give it one more round, you're no longer playing for a win. You're playing just to try to go into overtime.
Right.
So we'll see what can happen. It was, you know, that sort of half buy coming through from them. A lot of Sheriffs, the singular Guardian, that one hero rifle coming through from Fancy in that last round. Now, should have a bit more of a proper buy coming together going into this one to to try and stop Liquid from getting to match point.
Really curious about this
Real
round.
curious.
And, you know,
curious.
Liquid, other than Mystic, haven't been spending too much time in mid. They've just been, you know, bullying their way through with better utility usage for the most part. Other than the pistol round, I would say that was the only round where I thought Fancy had a slightly better read on the situation. Now, Suka. Okay, he's gonna see that. Here comes the Showstopper.
Dog Showstopper is out. Sends it up towards Heaven. Not gonna be able to find any damage though. Nice pull back there from Vera, managing to avoid it. Paint Shells does get a little bit of damage, chipping him down to 82. Push forward up into the smoke. Suka ready for it. Keiko gonna be taken down. Paint Shells doesn't find him, and around the corner goes Enzo just in time. Flash from the corner. Mystic already fighting two before falling. Vizio now tries to draw this one back, but he was so low. A strafing Spectre bullet to the knee takes him out. Vera will fall as Nats worked his way through. And Liquid will not allow for the value to be found off the timeout. They take it to match point.
It's the after image of.
Whoa, what's up again, Riri?
Nats anyway. Back up to full HP. TP into the alley. Mystic! He swings forward again. This time it's going to be good for one. Aftershock got Keiko. And so also falling. Now it's just on Yampi and on Nats to try to keep themselves in this one and end the game. The wall, the segment is already broken. Vera looking for the timing. Swings out. Nats pivots back, finds it, but cannot finish the job. Vizio will be the last one standing. As Fancy United hold on by a thread.
Yeah, so Fancy here able to react quickly to the pressure from Team Liquid is kind of the biggest deal for them in this round. The opener is good, you get Suka, but everybody else is on their horse. This time they're ready for Mystic's TPing shenanigans. And they are clean enough to get the job done, very, very close. Now at least I think able to get all the guns they mostly want, other than a couple Bulldogs still, because the money just has been so dire. They had to buy everything they could in the previous round. They have to buy everything they can for the rest of the round. Just a matter of how deep can they get.
Oh, Nats. It's got a pretty good idea, it would seem.
Yeah.
They're playing forward. Gonna be a shallow flash.
Oh my god!
Pulls the trigger, finds the headshot. Spike gonna be dropped. Enzo rotating over to try to recover this one. Nats in the meantime just wanting to take some space. Mystic pushing forward back over in towards the screens here as the res does come in, and Nats finds the timing, takes down, yes I can, takes down Kawa. Suddenly is on for an ace. Trailblazer not gonna find much. Don't believe he saw anything there from Suka, but as he pushes forward, he manages to get the headshot, and Nats may just be able to finish this one right here, all on his lonesome. Vera, a showstopper in hand. Nats on the hunt. They have an idea of where he is. Looks like the answer is kind of yes. Mystic rushing forward, bounces back. How badly do they want to hand over this ace is the question. Well, there you have it. Enough to sacrifice the IGL. Nats will get his 5th as Liquid will get their 2-0.
Yeah, very impressive attackers half for Team Liquid. Near flawless. Just the one round that Fancy United is able to scrape together, and we had hope with Kilios. Like that first half looked so good for Fancy United. It's like, okay, they're starting to get it together, starting to put the pieces together, but Team Liquid so strong, so many different aspects, top to bottom. What can you say? They're just
when Emil's having fun, you know you done goofed.
And when Nats puts up score lines like he did on that map, it's just
nasty stuff. Fairly unkillable there for Team Liquid, so very consistent, but hey, credit where it's due. Fancy United, some great ideas. The execution might not have always come together in those rounds, but we saw what they were attempting to do. It's oftentimes getting outgunned. And it is unfortunate because they are playing without their full 5-man core. The coach is subbing in. This time they do not receive that coach buff.
Right. Yeah, again, you see the ideas, you see the flashes of brilliance from Fancy. It's just Team Liquid's just really, really dialed in. And Emil's already got this team so strong, so focused. A lot of great coordination plays. I love what we're seeing from Mystic on this Omen, on both Lotus here and on Split. He's all over the place. He's really hard to keep track of, and that's really impressive. That's difficult to do because Omen is kind of he's been around since the very beginning of the game. So a lot of people kind of understand how and what he does, but when you're able to bamboozle players like he did here today, that is so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, in the past, seeing him when he was back on Fnatic, right, I didn't get to watch too much of the Apex run, just the grand final where they were, where they unfortunately fell short of the mark. This is the most impressive that I've ever seen.
Easy, bro.
It looks like he is just so at home. The comm system in place right now with Team Liquid seems to be very clean. Enzo's shot calling and the adjustments seem to be excellent. I mean, we only need to see Emil get involved once, basically. So really excellent on display from Team Liquid throughout this map.
We call them
and
easy.
Just, you know, fairly dominant across the board. 12 first kills compared to 7, not losing a single post plant.
Yeah, and again, it's just got to give the players credit, got to give the coaching credit. The preparation here was really good. So many times I just would watch these rounds, and the only thing I could think was, well, they knew what Fancy United was doing before they knew what they were doing. You know, like it was very clean. It was the way that they'd spray the smokes, anticipating the timing and the pressure of when Fancy United wanted to do certain things based on how they were setting up their smokes and those. It was clear that they had a really good read on the tendencies of Fancy United. So that's, you know, that's credit to the coaching staff.
Yeah, and 25 and 9 there from Nats. As you were talking about the stats on that final map, just fantastic from him. Unkillable, constantly lurking, constantly coming from unexpected angles, and just doing what he does best when he gets on that Viper. The man has not missed a beat. He is still somebody who very much needs to be respected, and I think he's somebody that we're going to be hearing from in just a little bit in an interview. So excited to hear what he has to say about, you know, being in Korea, being a part of this tournament, as well as
하는 모습이 잠시 있었지만 그래도 오늘 기분 좋은 승리를 가져갈 수 있었는데요. 오늘 펜시 상대했던 경기 좀 어떻게 느끼고 있는지부터 물어보도록 할게요. Now Nats, a clean 2-0, a minor hiccup on the split, but overall, are you happy? Are you happy that you know you guys came away with the win and happy how today played out?
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's the first match for us with a new roster, and it's the first LAN tournament for us. I'm pretty happy that we showed a good performance against a good team. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, I'm happy.
일단 이렇게 새로운 로스터로 경기를 치렀는데 경기 결과도 굉장히 좋았고 또 펜시 선수들도 오늘 상당히 좋은 경기력을 보여줬지만 오늘 이렇게 승리를 가져갈 수 있어서 전반적으로 만족스럽다고 얘기를 하는데요. 오늘 일단 리퀴드의 메타 해석에 대해서 먼저 물어보도록 하겠습니다. 로터스에서는 투척후대 조합을 쓰기도 했었고 또 스플릿에서는 세이지와 바이퍼를 기용하는데 전반적으로 요즘 메타와는 좀 다른 쪽으로 방향을 잡은 것 같은데요. 좀 약간 실험을 하고 있는 단계인지 아니면 앞으로 정말 어떤 리퀴드의 방향성을 엿볼 수 있는 부분인지도 물어보도록 할게요. Now I want to talk about the double initiator comp on Lotus and also the Sage Viper comp on Split. We don't really see a lot of those in the current meta. So is this something that you guys are, you know, lightly experimenting or exploring, or you know, is this something you guys are seriously considering moving into 2024?
So I would say both of that comps are interesting, and the opponents have to prepare against that. But we're never gonna say our secrets. It might be Cypher next game. It might be the same comp as on the next game also. So we'll see. Time will show.
일단 여러분께서는 좀 계속해서 경기를 지켜보셔야 할 것 같다고 얘기를 합니다. 오늘 기용했던 두 조합 모두 매우 흥미롭고 또 재밌는 조합이기는 하지만 저희가 또 너무 많이 기밀을 유출을 할 수 없기 때문에 지켜보셔야 할 것 같고 뭐 이번 경기에서 여기서 사이퍼를 얹어 넣고 뭐 다른 요원을 기용하든지 아니면은 계속해서 더욱더 재밌는 좀 예상하지 못했던 요원을 기용할 수도 있기 때문에 여러분 끝까지 ABL 시청하시면서 지켜보시면 좋을 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 말 나온 김에 또 네츠 선수에게 굉장히 반가운 소식이 있죠. 사이퍼가 정말 큰 버프를 받았거든요. 네츠 선수의 이번 버프에 대해서 어떻게 생각하는지, 그리고 앞으로 네츠 선수의 사이퍼 더 많은 맵에서 더 자주 볼 수 있을지도 살짝 물어보도록 할게요. Now, since you mentioned Cypher, we have to talk about the massive buff on this agent. Any thoughts on this change? Probably, like, surely it's an early Christmas present for you, but will we get to see more of Nat's Cypher on a lot more different maps?
I mean, Cypher buff is incredible. So will definitely see me somewhere on the Cypher, and I'll try to show my best. But yeah, if we compare Cypher before and Cypher now, it's very good. So it's Cypher Traps is very good right now.
Okay. 일단 사이퍼가 지금 받은 버프에 대해서는 굉장히 만족스럽고 좋은 버프를 받았다고 얘기를 하고요. 또 나츠 선수가 이제 앞으로 어떤 맵인지 밝힐 수는 없지만 사이퍼를 플레이하는 모습을 찾아볼 수 있을 거라고 얘기를 하면서 사이퍼의 함정이 특히나 굉장히 큰 버프를 받았기 때문에 예전에 그 찐따 시절 사이퍼에 비교하면 지금은 정말 너무너무 좋은 요원이 된 것 같다고 얘기를 했습니다. 자, 그럼 마지막으로 여기 주위를 둘러보니까 네츠 선수를 응원하기 위해서 판다를 들고 온 한국인 판다 패밀리가 또 있거든요. 그리고 응원해주시는 팬분들께도 한마디 부탁드리도록 할게요. Now you have your own Korean panda gang over here with the fans cheering for you and also your panda. So anything you want to say to the fans?
As always, I love all of my fans. Panda loves all of my fans. She also has words to say. We love you.
진짜 정말 나츠 선수도 팬분들 모두 사랑하고 나츠 선수의 팬다도 정말 여러분들을 많이 사랑하는데 팬다가 이제 직접적으로 한마디 하고 싶다고 하면서 사랑합니다 약간 이렇게 얘기를 했습니다. 자, 이렇게 네츠 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, Nats, for your insight. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Have fun with the rest of the day. Good luck in the future. Now we're gonna head into break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, it's gonna be T1 taking on EDG. 자, 이렇게 해서 첫 번째 경기 마무리됐고요. 이어서 저희는 잠시 쉬었다가 T1 대 EDG의 경기로 돌아오도록 하겠습니다.
Be fun, bro. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, bro.
Better start. Keeping forward, gets the swing out, looking for one. He's wary about this push out here from Heaven. Will find Enzo. The fourth, he sent in damage. Going to be found. Kawa in a rough spot. Stays stuck and actually know the nade. It ends up missing his barrel. Ali Paranoia goes out. He's going to TP in. Managing to get right in behind. Stands tall. Now it's all on to Yampi. Finds one. Tries to get the third. He does, but
Mystic
swings his way forward. He puts himself into garage. Finds one. Finds two. Gets himself a third. Challenging for it has the Paranoia. Sends it wide though. There gets the headshot out. In
by this position, he should be.
They'll send.
Oh my God!
Through, but he gets the full flash. Tucks back around.
Open things up for yourselves. Eventually doesn't work.
Shells can kill.
I know.
Or Vera rather. Knocking not available. Can't get over that wall, but it will be expiring somewhat soon. Keiko swapping over the ghost finds one, and Nats will get himself a third.
Okay.
No one on the corner. Yampi in the meantime does get Fischio. Breaking open that site.
To do something.
Kawa, the push up. Keiko gets himself a second.
나를 부르는 수많은 단어들.
수많은 나를
하지만
하지만
나를 가장 기쁘게 하는 건
하지만
팬들과 소통할 때 나는 살아있음을 느낀다.
혹시 나랑 1대1 가는? 피지컬은 나쁘지 않는데 운영이 좀 아쉽네.
선수들과 직접 소통할 수 있는 개인 방송과 구독자 Q&A까지 아프리카 TV 팀페이지. 사람들은 말한다. 이번 영상 무조건 싸워야 돼. 집중해보자. 프로게이머는 피지컬이 전부라고. 빈틈없는 운영, 변수 창출을 위한 뱀픽, 상대 팀에 대한 분석까지. 승부는 싸우기 전에 결정된다. 분석 완료.
상혁이 형, 대체
실패.
미친 몰입감과 다양한 경품까지.
아프리카 TV 승부 예측 서비스.
Một sản phẩm của VTV Các, xem miễn phí và bình luận trực tiếp trên online, nền tảng livestream các giải đấu thể thao điện tử. Cháy từng khoảnh khắc cùng với các streamer. Xem livestream vui hơn, tranh luận kịch tính hơn, thách đố dinh qua khủng. Online, nền tảng livestream tương tác bản quyền. Xem ngay tại online.vn hoặc tại ứng dụng trên App Store và Google Play.
You better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go getter, go getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that. Hey. Never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag.
One day you will win. Keep fighting the fight to fight again. Keep fighting the fight. One day you will win. Keep fighting the fight to fight again.
Bible verses greater than my verses that I fight against. Faith can move a mountain, still my flesh is what I'm fighting with. I fight against the slightest chips on shoulders I confided with. No, they want an L, but I see more windows than a pilot trip. My God has been my guidance in my darkest times that I'll admit. Money can't be my guide, cause changes come, that change I'm tied in with. I bind it with those times I spent in the room with thoughts my mind has seen. They laughed with the dreams that I couldn't pay attention, couldn't kill my vibe, I vibe within. You don't know God till you seen the bottoms, how you know my king the highest. 8th grade, quit sports, I was down to run the blitz just to get the whole team acknowledged. Where I'm from, it's a say a little grave, told mama I wanna go be somebody. I'm alive on a mission by the grace, I'ma get some miracle to sing about.